Okay. So we are doing domain and range of real functions. You know that domain means the input and range means the output. Okay. Now, first one we are done. We'll look at the second one, x minus 1. Now that if there is root, I told you all, whatever is inside the root sign should be either 0 or positive. Means starting from 0 till positive number. Basically, it should be greater than, how this is written, greater than equals to 0. So whenever you have root sign, just take whatever is inside the root sign and write like this, should be greater than equals to 0. This is what we are doing for the domain part. To check for the domain. Means what inputs we can give so that this number doesn't become negative. Because we know that root of negative will not exist. So if you give this particular number for the box, and if you get negative outside, means your system has failed. So you don't want your system to fail. So you have to give only certain numbers to make sure he will not give not defined answers. So take minus 1 on the other side. X should be greater than equals to 1. So where x means your input. So which number it should start from? Your number should start from 1. So that 1 minus 1 is 0. Then 1.1, 1.2 like that. Then keep on carrying. Real numbers means all the numbers will come. So you cannot keep on writing 1, 2, 3 like that, or 1 dot 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 dot. This is wrong. So for real numbers we always write in interval form. So domain will be all the numbers starting from 1 to infinity. I told you infinity will always have round bracket. No need to think at all. Infinity 100% round bracket. Now here whether round to put or square to put depends here. This is equal to sign. Equal to sign means square bracket. So this is your domain. Understood? The numbers will start from 1 and go till infinity. Now range. What will be our first output? If I put 1, 0, then 1.1 something, 0.1, 0 like that. So your answers are starting from 0 to, if this is a square bracket, this also will be a square bracket. It will start from 0 and it will keep on going. Third one. Now this is 2 minus x. Whatever is inside a root, take greater than equals to 0. Now here, be careful. Something equal is there, then you don't have to worry. Whether you take 2 on the other side, you take x on the other side, doesn't matter. But here, if you are keeping x like this and taking minus 2 and simply cancelling minus, it is wrong in this. Later in detail, next chapter, like after that linear inequalities, we will learn that we cannot do like this. Simply cancel negative and this type signs are there greater than. So what you do is between the two numbers, if x is negative, so take negative on the other side. Okay, take negative on the other side. So what it will become? Positive. The negative fellow you take on. So that you don't have the situation, you have to cancel out the signs. Okay, so take the negative one. Here one was negative, so one we took on the other. Here, x is negative, so take x. So x is positive. Now how you will read this? Who is smaller? 2 is bigger than equal to x. So x is smaller than 2. I'll read x is smaller than or equal to 2. Those who cannot like finding difficult to read, you can write this in. Okay. Now your numbers should be smaller than 2. So 2, 1, 0, minus 1, this side it will be on the other side of the line. So if this is your number line, which side it is? This side. Smaller on these numbers. Okay, just for all these side numbers. Smaller than 2. How you'll write the interval now? Always start with the smaller number. So this side minus infinity is there. And then 2. So you have to go this side, left hand side. Here we were going on the right hand side, more than 1. Less than 1 means this side. So round bracket always for infinity. And since there is a equal to sign, this will be your domain. Range. First number is 2. First number is 2. So first answer will be what? 0, correct? Can the answers be negative after the root sign? Like here, what it means is like then you put suppose 2, then you put lesser than that is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So it will go, what root of 1 will be 1 only. Suppose if you take any number in between, suppose 5, minus 5, sorry, 5 cannot come here. Minus 5 if you get, so minus 5 will become what? 2 plus 5. So root of 7 will be again positive only. So wherever there is root, no, always answers will turn out to be positive. 0, comma, infinity only will be your answer. The first answer will start from 0, it will go to positive side. Negative answers you will not get for root. Because they are not giving this. What is that? You are giving negative answers. Negative of negative will become positive. If you put minus 1 here, it will become plus 3. So answer will be on the positive side. So if you don't want to break your head on that, remember for root, ranges will be always starting from 0 like this for the step problems and going till infinity. If there is a equal to sign, just put square. No equal to sign, then put round. Now this was what regarding the root was in the numerator. Now let us see what to do if there is root in the denominator. So question number 4, where the root is in the denominator. Now here, you know that this always have to be what? Positive. So can I start with 0 here? Can x minus to be 0? What will happen? If I take 0, 1 upon 0 it will become. In the numerator, if this, when this was in the numerator, it could be 0 or positive. Can I say 0 or positive over here now? No, why? This is in the denominator. You know that your denominator cannot be 0. So 0 option will not be there. Only positive numbers will be there. 0 should not be there in the denominator. So what I have to do is x minus 2. If it is in the denominator, there should not be equal to sign. It should be always greater than 0 and not equals to 0. Like this equals to, you have to remove if it is in the denominator. Understood? If it is in the numerator, equal to will be there. If the root is in the denominator, don't put equal to sign. So like that you can remember. If you don't want to break your head thinking there where it is all this, so remember root in the numerator, this symbol you have to take. Root in the denominator, you have to take this symbol directly without equal to sign. Now solve this. So x should be greater than what? Now where your answers are starting from, bigger than 2 means this side, not till infinity, this side. So it will start. It is not, there is no equal to sign. So which sign, symbol will come? A round symbol for both of them. So this will be your domain. So it will start at 2, not exactly, means the next number. Round bracket means what? We cannot take 2. We have to take 2.1, 2.2, the next numbers, like that it means. Round means. These are surely going to come like these problems for 1 mark. So you have to know domain and range, like that. Range, always your first number will start. The next one means 0 will not be there. You cannot get the answer as 0 for sure. So what number I told you? 0 to infinity, so you cannot put square. So start with the round bracket. Always the output here will be 0 to. Since this is round, use round only. No much like headache for that. Try the fifth one now, similar way. So 1 minus x will be greater than 0. Do not put equal to sign. That's it. So who is negative now? X is negative. So x minus x you have to take on the other side. So how you will read this now? X is smaller than 1. X is smaller than 1. Smaller than 1 means this side values. So it will start from 1, go till round bracket y, because there is no equal. So this will be your domain. What will be the range? Range always will be here, this type. Plain root if there is no square and all, 0 to infinity. If this is a round bracket, this also will be round. Range for all these root type problems will be 0 to infinity with a round bracket. If this is a equal to sign, then it will be a square bracket. So this is how we find the domain and the range with any number can be there instead of 1 or whatever. This is x. Now next category we'll see if there is x square, how to solve the problems. Now the root is in the numerator or in the denominator? Numerator. So will there be a equal to sign? Yes. So write that whatever is inside the root sign. Now take minus x square on the other side. Your plus or minus 3 will come. So your inputs will go from just plus 3 to minus 3. Here you cannot take numbers bigger than that. If you take any number which is more than 3 or minus 3, this answer will become negative. You see this? No. If I take 4, what will be this? If I put x equals to 4, this will become 16. 9 minus 16 will become what? Minus, no, something negative will come. So I don't want negative answers. So your answers for whenever there is square will lie between, so x should lie between plus 3 to minus 3. So your domain will be between minus 3 to 3. Any values you can put, because maximum number can be 9. If the number crosses 9, the answer will become negative. So your square bracket for both. You can take minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. All those numbers if you put, they will be positive. The moment I cross 3, they will be negative. Now range. negative answers you cannot get output at least. So where the number starts from, I told you always 0. But now this will not go to infinity. Maximum itself is how much over here? 3. You have to stop at. See, I'll tell you the logic also if you want. You are going to give, suppose 0, -1, -2, -3 only. You are not crossing -3 as the input. 1, 2, 3. So this box is 9 minus. So when you put -3 here, it will become 9. Output will be 0. When you put this here, root of 5, which will be something 2 point something. 2 point something like that. Then -1 if you put, you'll get root of 8. Okay, maybe again 2 point something only. Then when you put x is equals to 0 here, so it will be root of 9, it will be 3. Then 1, then it will be root of 8 again. This will be root of 5, 2 point something, 2 point something. And 3, that time it will be root of 0, which will be 0. So minimum number is how much output? 0. Maximum number is how much? 3. So this is with that logic. Okay. Suppose if you try also, you'll get that. You are giving only these numbers, means between decimal points also will be there. But see, between this, your minimum number will be 0 and maximum number is 3. No number will cross this. So your output will start from 0, maybe 0 0.1, 0 point whichever numbers. Maximum number will stop at 3. No need to do this. I've just explained. This is how it works. So you know that you are always for root, you have to put 0. Here there is no infinity now. The maximum is 3. So output also 3. So same way if this was, tell me, if this was in the exam, if this had come as 16 minus x square, what you would get here? -4 to +4, and this would be what? 0 to 4. As simple as. Now the 7th one. Exactly same way, but only there will be no equal to sign because the root is in the denominator. This is in the denominator. So 25 minus x square, no equal to sign. Round bracket now, huh? Both sides. Because there is no equal to sign. And range will be 0 to 5. Again with the round bracket. Because there is no equal to sign. Here if you go to solve, 1 is more than -5 and it becomes less than +5. Okay, if you consider it that way. Once you learn that other chapter, actually that chapter should have been done first. But as per the syllabus, it is later on. But you don't have to break your head on this part as long as you have understood this, because marks are not there for your calculations. If you write this also, because worth 1 mark only. Understood the difference when root is in the numerator, root is in the denominator? The other two. Now, 8th one. Modulus. If modulus is there, first of all, is there any denominator? No. Modulus, no matter what inputs you give, what will be our output? Whichever input you give. If you give -5, what will be our output normally? Modulus of -5 is what? Modulus +5, no? Not learned modulus symbol, never? Okay. Okay. So this symbol is, so we'll take 8th in 2 parts. So this means Modulus. Okay. This is a modulus symbol. Modulus always makes output is always positive. I'm just taking this as x only so that you don't get worried. So if x you give as -1, output he will give it as +1. If you give +1 also, it will give +1 only. Okay, so you can write example. +8 is also +8 only like that. So no matter which number you give, positive, negative, it will always make it positive and give you the output. Like when we used to learn this area and all, like whenever they used to ask you to calculate the area of a triangle and all, suppose after calculation you get area as negative. Can the area be negative? No. So what we normally do is we put a modulus sign and then we make it positive and pi. If some while calculating distance turns out negative, means you did suppose ulta, point B minus point A. You know that logically distance cannot be negative. Distance have to be positive. So answer if you are getting negative, then you have to make it positive and pi. So certain physical quantities which turn out negative after calculation, but you know that they cannot be negative. That is why modulus sign is used where we have to make it positive. So let us find the domain and range of this fellow first. So you know that this is not there in the denominator. So any input you can give. So domain will be all real numbers. All real numbers. Any number you can give. Input. Yeah, I'm giving input. Domain means input. Now output will be definitely positive. Range will be what? Will start from 0 till infinity. 0 or positive will be output. Because if you give modulus of 0 will be 0. All the numbers from minus infinity to infinity, if I give this box, this particular fellow will always give you positive. So just to explain that, I have used x. Now I'll consider x minus. Understood now what modulus means? Even if you put 5, 5 minus 1 will be 4. So if modulus of 4 will be 4. If you put x as -5, what will be answer? -1, -6. What is modulus of -6? +6. So it will anyways make it positive and give. So no matter what, module x -1 also, x -10 also, remember for modulus, domain is always all real numbers and range always will be 0 to infinity. So this will be your, whichever modulus is there inside. X -1 also, x -2 or 2 minus x, whatever it might be there, you can give any input, doesn't matter, output will always be positive. Clear? Now if it was in the denominator, then what? Tell me the domain now. Tell me the domain. I can give all real numbers except which number? Which number you should not be there in the denominator? Range will always be 0. I am not giving. So it will have a round bracket. So write this also. If it is in the denominator, it will be a round bracket. And the 8th one only can make A, B and C, something like that. This one you tell me. Same one I'll put in the denominator now. You tell me which all inputs can I give? All real numbers except which number will make the denominator 0 now? Which number I should not give? plus 1. 1 if I put, denominator will become 0. So domain will be what? All real numbers except 1. Range will be always same now. If it is in the denominator, it will be having round bracket. All positive values. 0 will not be there. So clear with the modulus? These are all the problems related to modulus. Tell me what should be the domain? This is no root, this is no modulus, this is normal function, polynomial type of fraction. Which number I should not give? Which number I should not give? Root is there, then it has to be positive. Modulus is normal function. If denominator is there, what should be the condition? Denominator should not be 0. Which number if I give, then the denominator will become 0, 5. So domain will be, you can give all numbers except 5. So you can give all the numbers except 5. Now range is asked. Let us see the range. This type problem range. Now what is there? See, one is x minus 5, this is x 5 minus x. Ulta, no? Just look at this. If I give x equals to 1, calculate and tell me the answer. 1 minus 5 upon 5 minus 1. What is the answer? Minus 4 upon plus 4, which is minus 1. Then let me take x equals to 2. 2 minus 5 upon 5 minus 2. What will happen again? Minus 3 upon 3 minus 1. Let me take x equals to minus 2, whatever. So minus 2 minus 5. 5 minus of minus 2. Minus 7 upon 7 minus 1. No matter which number if I put, they will always be ulta, no? One will be positive, one will be negative. Will cancel. Answer is always minus 1. So range, only one answer you will get. When it will happen, both the numbers are same. Okay. So just put it in the curly bracket. Range is minus. Shortcut way to check is, rather than doing all this can be written as what? X minus 5 upon 5 minus x is how much? How to make this ulta? Have you learned to change the sign? If I want minus common, yes. We'll get minus. This is the logic like this. But if you don't want to do that, you can check. X, if I put 1, what will be the answer? If I put x as 2, what will be the answer? 5, how you will get? Output. Output is, yeah. After putting all these real numbers, what answer you will get? 5 anyways, I will not give only to the box. So they're never given 5, because if I put 5, then he will become 0 upon 0, which is not defined. Huh? Yeah, so there is no chance only that output will come. If I even give by mistake, you'll get 0 upon 0, your system will fail. So that is why I'm not giving. Okay. One more you add here. Suppose if we have something is there like this. Now I want to find domain as well as range of like these problems. Now this was a special case where both numbers are same. The range is like. Now look at this. Domain, tell me. Domain is easy straight away. You have to only look at the denominator and tell. minus 4. All real numbers except minus. Now range of this type problems with fractions and all, you cannot directly tell what will 4 I'm not minus 4 I'm not giving. So which is that number I will never get as the output I want to check if I don't give minus 4. You'll get all other numbers except one answer where you were supposed to not put minus 4, what that number will be skipped as the output. So how to check that? So this is a fixed way, x minus 2 upon x plus 4. You can take this as y. Okay. Now let me find a value of x. Ulta you have to check now. So this is a fixed system. If they do it in college, then you have to learn that. Huh? So what I'll check over here to find a range. Whatever question they have given, take it as y. Now I need to find a value of x. So cross multiply. This will go up here because it is in the denominator. So it will get multiplied to x. This. Now open up the bracket. So y gets multiplied to x also. You can write it as yx or xy, doesn't matter. Now my aim is to find a value of x. How many x terms are there? Here is one x term, here is one x term. So bring x, keep x on the left hand side. This fellow is already there on the left hand side. What about this fellow? He's there on the right hand side. So bring him this side. Is there any x in this? No, I don't know. So take him on the right hand side. Okay. Now check what is common between these two terms. X is common. Take out x common. So one single x will. So you'll get this is into. So this whole thing will come down. Okay. Now what value of y you should not put? So that denominator should be this. Which value? 1, no? So range will be all real numbers except 1. So this is how we calculate the range of this type problems. Polynomial with numerator upon denominator. So what you do is whatever is the question given, equate it to y, then cross multiply, and finally we have to find a value of x. So x terms you keep on the left hand side. Whichever term does not have x, take them on the right hand side. And then one single x will get. Now check in the denominator. We are not bothered about the numerator. This is the answer. So output will never get as 1 because we are skipping 4 minus 4 as the input. So we can get any other answer except 1. So this is how we check that. So every possible category I have completed. So whichever out of this comes, you should be able to answer. One can come with modulus or with the root, with numerator, denominator, with the square in the root, okay, or with the fractions like this. So we have covered up. And now the last part, this is the easy part. You have to just plot the graphs. Only this part was little tricky for you to understand. Once you understand, now you can just write the answers and get 1 mark straight away. So let us start with the graphs. There are various functions. Can't exam, you can directly. पानी नित्तलो फेनावर ऑलरेडी जमेत का. Okay. So the word constant means what? Some pure number, like it will always remain constant. What you have to take as y, this is a fixed function. C is the letter used for constant. Okay, that could be 2, any number. So we'll take an example. Let y be equals to 3. You can take 2, 4, anything like that also. I'm just taking it as 3. Y is the output. Now let us start plotting the graph for this particular function. So this is like a box and various inputs we have to give and check what is the output. So we'll draw one table like this. This is the x, this is the y. So we'll start from some numbers, maybe -4, -3. Till this point. So, normally it continues, but we cannot sit and calculate numbers for all the points. So standard will keep around -4 to plus. So I'm giving x as 0 over here. So instead of x, I have to put 0. But is there any x? No. Only answer which is fitted for this system is to give the answer as 3. So no matter which input you are giving, he will just, there is no x only. If x at least was there, he would put 0 and then 3 into 0 he would make. If 1 is there, then he would make 3 into 1. There is no x only. So he will give the output as 3 only. -1 also you give, he'll give the output as 3 only. So all your outputs, no matter what is there, will be this. So that is why the word itself is constant. So no matter what input you are giving, output is remaining constant. Okay, so this one we have to plot now. You can take 2 also if you want. So this everything will be 2. We cannot keep on writing C, C, C because we don't know where exactly to mark that C there. That is why we'll take this. So draw this table and then we'll draw the graph. This is a fixed formula like, okay, y equals to C. So I have taken C value as 3 for my convenience to plot the graph. Now let us plot the graph. No graph papers and all will be given, normal on your answer sheet only have to. Mark all the points. This will be 0. Roughly you can draw. 0, 1. Maximum number is 4. So up till 5 only you can do. Don't go to right till 10. And make sure that gap is same. Whatever this much line is there of yours, no? One line, that same line gap you keep here also. Otherwise, you're okay. No need. So how much it is? Okay. This much only, put it as 1, 2, 3. Okay. This graph is okay. Next graph onwards you do that. So 1, -1, -2. For exam, you use pencil, scale, everything. Now, if you have, you can use. If you don't have, do it with pen only direct. Okay. Now, these are your points, no? X comma y, -4 comma 3. This is like a first point. -3 comma 3 is your second point. X comma y. Coordinates. Start plotting these points. When x is -4, what is the value of y? -3. Oh, sorry, 3. This point. Then when x is -3, y value is again 3. So it will be a straight line passing through y equals to 3. This is the graph. That's it. Straight line, huh? So it will continue for 5, 6, 7. So constant function is a line passing through that particular number. If you had taken y equals to 2, it would be passing through y equals to 2. For every graph, we have to write the domain and the range also. They might ask in the exam. Plot the graph, write the domain and the range. You tell me now, whatever you have understood. What is the domain? What all inputs are we giving? Don't write here only -4 to 4 for convenience. Which numbers? This continues, no? This side also. So what all inputs we can give? Minus infinity to infinity. Or directly can say R also. Or real numbers. Because there is no denominator only. So there is no question. Output, what you are getting? No matter what input we are getting, what is the output? 3. So range is just 3. Put it in the curly bracket. So done with the first graph. Now we'll see the second one. Second one is identity function graph. Even if they have not mentioned, you should know identical. So whatever is X, it is Y. Identity means identical. So the formula is Y is equals to X. This is the. Instead of Y, they can give you as f of x also. Both means the same thing I told them. Whether it is f of x or y, both are same. Sometimes they might give you this, sometimes they might give you this also. Now start plotting. Same table you draw. And then check. Start putting the values of x. X is fixed. So x you keep here only. And then fill up the y values. This is a fixed identity function. X equals to y or this. X values always will be like this. You can take. Yeah. So when x is -4, y also will be -4. Now start plotting these points. When x is equals to -4, y also will be -4. Then put x as -3, y will be -3. And now plot the graph. Maximum till 5 you can put. No writing scale, nothing. Huh? No need of scale. Just write, put a normal thing and start plot. -4, -4. How will point? Here somewhere. This side also. -3, -3. -2, -2. And join all the points. So it's a straight line like this, passing through the origin. This is a graph. Now write the domain and the range. What is the domain? All real numbers, no? Minus infinity to infinity. Output also will same, no? Whatever input you are giving, you are getting the output also. All numbers. No. Range you wrote wrong. Range is same, no? Equimelta, infinity. No. How you write R? R you don't put in curly brackets. Plain R. Or write whatever is this. Copy paste here. Same. Minus infinity to infinity. Okay. Then third one. Third is already given. F of x equals to y x square. So y equals to x square you can take instead of f of x. So we'll plot square function. So for square, you can take up till -3 because 4 square will be 16. So it will go like too much. Or you can mark, but while plotting, you can mark only till this one. I'm taking it as y. Calculate the value of square it and write. Write square of all the x values and write the y. So 16 don't take while plotting. Plot up till 9 only like that. While writing, you can write. Just wait before joining the points. You can plot and keep, but don't join the points first only. Tell how it goes. It will not be like a sharp V, it won't be. I'll tell you how it goes. It will should look like a U, not like this. Don't make it like a sharp V. Something like this will get. X values we are taking up till 4 only. So no need to write till all. -4 will be 16, so that will not take. -3 is 9. Then -2 is 4. -1 is 1, 0. Two is 4. 3 is 9. And 4 will be around 16 like that. Okay, so while joining, it will not be exactly straight because in between there are more points which we are not taking. So square is a little bit curved like. So this will be a square. Don't make it a sharp V, huh? Little bit U form. You can check in the textbook also later how they have like a U shape. And this carries on, like 4 will be around 16, so it will go a little bit this side. Then try the domain and range, all right. And then go for cube. Domain is all real numbers we are giving. Output, what you have noticed? Is there any negative output here? No, all are positive, no? So 0, 1, 2 like this. This side also 0, 1, 2. So it starts from 0 and it will go till infinity. The range starting at 0 and there is no negative number at all. After squaring, all will be positive. Same like a modulus type. And try the cube one. Fourth one is cube function. Done with this? So same numbers you can take. No, this will be too much, no? So till -3 you can take. Yeah, for table you write and keep. Plotting you can always decide. Whatever you do, you're not necessary that you have to plot, compulsory. At least you'll have an idea that it is going towards 27 side, like big number. Like that. So while plotting, you can plot up till 8. Cube is my negative also will be there. Because after -8, you should have an idea where exactly it is going. Like so that you know whether it is like sharp or whether 27 means it will go something like this, like kind of. So -1 cube will be -1. That's it. This will be for cubic. So till -8 can put there. Now both sides will need positive as well as negative numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Only plot the points and keep. Joined already? What do you got? Not joined. Don't join, wait. But this one I'm plotting. -2 comma -8. So -2 comma -8 will be here. Then -1 is -1. 0 is 0. 1 is 1. And then 2 is 8. And then 3 will be like 27 text like this. Quite high. And then it will continue. So while joining, Like this you have to join. No? Like this shape. And then it will go towards 27. This is how a cube graph will look like. Don't make it sharp like this, huh? From -1 like this. Little bit curved it should be. You can check your textbook also, you'll have an idea later, like how it looks like. Exactly like this one. So don't worry about it. Write a domain and the range. Now here, both positive as well as negative values are there. So domain and range both will be same. All real numbers, range also, all real numbers. Negative till minus infinity to plus infinity. Now 1 by x. So 1 by x, certain values we will take because fractions you will get now. We'll only take some special numbers to calculate. Any difficulty in this part, cube? So we'll take the same textbook ones. Numbers what they have taken. Here 0 we cannot take. Why? You cannot give 0 as the input. If you take 0, you'll get not defined. So don't write 0 over here. Plus 1, plus 1 point. Take all positive this side. Like 0.25, 0.5, 1, 1.5 and then 2. Whatever negative we have taken, take same way on the other side. 1 we have 1, 1.5 and 2. So only for this, you'll have to remember roughly the values. Otherwise, you know, rest you have to take the standard one, -4, -3, -2 like. So start plotting what is 1 upon -2, you check. Or first calculate the positive numbers. Automatically then you can put the negative ones. So what is 1 by 2? Because y by x, no? So if you put x, 1 by 2 is how much? 0.5. So this answer will be 0.5. Then 1 upon 1.5. 1.5 means how much you know that? Half of 3, no? means or 3 by 2 also you can write. 3 upon 2. Okay. Or 2 by 3. Now divide 2 upon 3 and see. 1.5 means 3 by 2. 1 upon 3 by 2 means it will become alter 2 by 2. 0.66 something, no 666. It will continue. So you can take it as 0.67. Roughly at least 0.6. That is okay. 1 upon 1. Or those who find this difficult, what you can do is, see, this if you are not able to imagine, you can multiply it by 10, both the places. So you can do 10 by 15 also, and how much you get. Or after that, you can cancel. 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15. Like that also you can first remove that. What is 1 upon 0.5? You can multiply it by 10 and see. So 0.5. So 10, 0.5 into 10 is 5. Two answers. However you do, doesn't matter. So 1 upon 0.5, I wanted to calculate. I wanted to remove this decimal point by one digit, like this. So I multiplied by 10, multiplied. So this I got 5. 1 into 10, I got 10. So 5 to the 10, straight away 2. Now, same way, 0.25. So this 2 decimal points. So multiplied by 100. Or you can write it as 1/4 also. 0.25 is 1/4. It will go back and become 4. However you do, that is not a problem. This answer should be correct, whichever method you are comfortable. So then you know, 25, then you can cancel and then you'll get 4. Now, same values you put in negatives and start plotting. Now, since there are decimal points, what you can do is the scale, I have already done. Scale you can take little bit big. So I can tell you the scale 0, 0.5, 1, 1.5. Same scale you put it on the y-axis also. 0.5 difference you can put. Maximum is up till 2. You can 0.5 difference you can keep and do. Now start plotting approximately. Now, when it is minus 2, it is minus 0.5. Then it is when it is minus 1.5, it is 0.6. 0.6 will be slightly below this one. So don't like approximately you have to do. Don't take too much stress on that part. So yeah, just below this. Then it is when it is minus 1, it is minus 1. Then when it is minus 0.5, it is minus 2. And when it is minus 2, 0.25 means here between 0 and 0.5. So it is minus 4, up till minus 4 you'll need, no? 3, somewhere here. So you'll get like this. Like this your graph should look like. Till minus 4 you'll need. This number I had not checked. And same way you'll get it here also, other side, like this. Try for positive one. 0.25 will be that, yeah, minus 4. Why you have not got the like that perfect one is because you have changed the scale. Same scale you take normal, I don't know why also. No issue. But for exam, then you take that. Understood, no? Plus, plus. Yeah, positive ones now. 0.25 is around 4 here. Then 0.5, how much you're getting is 2. And 1 you are getting as 1. 1.5 you are getting as 0.6. And 2 you are getting as 0.5. This is your graph of 1 by x. Two separate sides. This will continue. So roughly remember this and go, how to take. Just in case. Only for this graph. Otherwise, rest numbers are simple. Now write the domain and the range. Domain, what all inputs we can give? All real numbers, except which number we have not given? 0 we cannot give because it's a fraction. Range again, no? All real numbers except 0 will never get as the output. One last one will do. Sixth one, modulus will do. Modulus is easy now. Take your normal values. -4, -3. What is the modulus of -4 plus 4? Positive values only will get. Now plot. At -4, you are getting 4. -3, you are getting 3. This is a sharp V. Put a arrow. So it goes. So this is the graph of model. No, it's a positive. See, so while plotting, A took ulta. This you took as Y and this you took as X. -4. When X is -4, Y is +4. So it will come here. So I think you exchange. Domain or real numbers? Range, what is it? What will be the range or real numbers? No, 0 to infinity. 0 is there. Square bracket. Okay. That sinum function will just write and keep and plot it in the next class. You can try also at home. You can say signum also, sinum also, but not singum. So this is a fixed function. They mostly give it in the exams. Okay. If not given also, you can know that signum function. F of x is -1. Three values it gives. 0 and +1. These are all for negative value. This means when x is negative, x less than 0. Output it will give -1. This is I am writing for explanation, otherwise this is the function. You can make it common also, like three values it can give. So this is a box which can give only three outputs, either -1, 0 or +1. Depends on which input you are giving. If you are giving him a negative input, he will give -1 as the output. If you are giving him any positive number, he will give +1. Even if you get +5 also, he will give +1. Even if you give +100 also, he will give +1. This for the table, you can plot and get it next. You can check the textbook also, it might be there. -4 if I give, what output it will give? When x is negative, -1. 0. Here all little bit. Clear how signum function works? Negative number if you give, he will give -1 only. There is no other output. Only three outputs he can give. -1, 0 and 1. It's a fixed function. It will never change. This is how it will work. You can plot and get. Your graph should look like this. -1, this. What is that? All the points will come here like this. One graph will be like this. Don't take it like this, huh? Cross. It cannot stop it here. 0 will be here, separate. Don't join this point. Like this it will, two lines. And 0 will be separate out. You can do it at home. and take. Stop here. The remaining two graphs I'll complete the next class. Okay, and then we'll start with trigonometry.